How's everyone? It was good, thanks. How about you guys? Oh, cool. Wasn't good. No. I was going to say that before you guys said it. So. Okay, who'd like to start it out?
Mike, could you just offer an update on Arakpo today, Kerrigan?
Yeah, Rack did not practice today. He was sore, and we'll see how he does tomorrow.
Any thought on just saying that's it, enough, you've had a good season, take this
Well,
one off?
if we feel he can't go, he won't go. But Rack, like the rest of our players, if he can play, he wants to play. But we're not going to jeopardize, his leg to play, for obvious reasons. But, it's a little sore right now, but there's still a chance.
Mike, it's kind of gotten lost in the context of the season, but Alfred Morris has just passed Barry Sanders last week for most rushing yards. I mean, more yards than Barry had his first 2 years. He's right behind LT right now. How impressed are you with his first 2 years and the running game really over his 2 years?
Well, he's done a great job. Here a guy comes in with very few expectations, and he just kind of keeps his nose to the grindstone and just works. And that's what you love to see, a guy have the type of success that he's had. And, he's got all the things that you look for in a person. He's a hard worker. He set some good standards for himself, and hopefully he has a great future here.
And I don't know if I just missed this, but did Josh Wilson not practice today? Because I didn't see him when I was crossing names off.
He did practice today, yeah.
What is your message to the guys as you enter this game? Could be the last time that a lot of these guys are together on the field. Do you tell them anything differently, how to approach this or anything like that?
What I do is I talk to the team sometimes when you're not playing for a playoff spot, at least from my perspective, being a head coach and looking at different games as you evaluate them at the end of the season. You always like to see how guys play when they have nothing to play for. Guys that are out of the playoff hunt. You go back as a head coach or as a GM, you take a look at a lot of the games that players are playing. We're not playing for a playoff spot to see which guys play at a certain standard. I know when I came here, I took a look not only at the last games, the 3 last games of the season, I looked at how they practice, the practice squad players over the last 3 weeks. So I think you can tell a lot about somebody when they're not necessarily playing for a playoff spot.
The last couple of weeks with all the rumors that have swirled here, and obviously you've been through it before, our jobs have changed over the years with Twitter and everything else. So do you think we've lost sight of the fact that we are talking about your job and your assistants' jobs? Have we lost sight of that fact, and how do you deal with all of the noise as it pertains to your family who has to hear it on TV and radio?
Well, that's part of the job. You understand what goes with our job. Our job is to win, and if you don't win, good things don't happen. We understand that. We've been in it for a while. I think when you're a little bit younger and it's your first experience, you see how it affects everybody. Not that it doesn't affect you when you're older, but you've been through it before. You understand the highs and lows of the profession, and you deal with it. You deal with it too much, and then you're not in the profession very long. But, it comes with the territory.
Mike, if, in fact, this is the end of the regime at the end of this season after 4 years, what type of shape do you think you're leaving the team in, and what would someone be inheriting moving forward?
Well, I could answer that question, but this is not the time to answer it. The time to answer that is at the end of the season if things don't work out. But, I'll get into that detail, and that would be easy for me to do. If you talked about offense, you talked about defense, special teams, talked about what our goals were, the people we had here, the people that are gone. I'm talking about the first 2 years. We'll, talk about it in detail if you want to. And over the third year, when you do kind of adjust your squad. But I'd be more than happy to talk about it, but now's not the time.
Mike, you and Kyle each, I'm sure, had your concerns when you guys decided 4 years ago to do this thing together. What have you learned about your son in these 4 years since getting a chance to work with him every day?
Well, I think anytime you have somebody running offense, defense, or special team, you get a chance to see him do it in game situations. And you see him run the meetings in front of everybody, not just the wide receivers or the quarterbacks, but it's the offensive lines, it's the tight ends. And very quickly, players let you know what coaches do during the season. You can tell the way the players respond to them if they're getting the job done or they're not. And I think, since I've been in the National Football League, players tell you very quickly if somebody's helping them get better and stay in the game. Anything else? Pardon me? Oh, I got a lot of people that sent me coal. Okay, thanks.